What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today's a pretty exciting day. I got a bunch of packages in the mail. It's a little bit after Black Friday when I'm filming this, so you know what that means. I got a bunch of stuff right over there. Can't see too much of it though. But today we're going to install a couple of different things, but those are going to be for separate videos. But for this video right now, we're going to be installing some mud flaps. So they're right here. They are the Rally Armor ones, black with the red writing. So yeah, I think this is kind of not necessary, but a lot of people do this with their Subarus, just kind of because of their heritage with rally driving. So I think they look good on the car, and it serves a purpose. So let's get into it. Once again, this isn't really a how-to video, it's just showing me installing it. I'm not the best at, because I've never done this before, so how would I know besides reading the instructions? So I'm just going to just tell you what to do, but it's not going to be perfect by any means. I looked up a YouTube video last night on how to do it, so I'm just kind of like documenting the progress on the car. So let's get into it, guys. Alright guys, so the first thing you want to do, well, you can do one or two things. You can remove all the wheels, which it makes it a lot easier, but it's also like pain to do that. Like, why would you want to do that? So I'm not going to remove the wheels. So what you have to do is you have to turn your wheel towards the side that you're doing. So this is the right front wheel. I'm going to turn it towards the right so we can get back here. Alright, so now that the wheel is turned, we have to pry the side skirt off, and we have to pull back the fender lining, and we also have to take this trim piece off. I believe there's two bolts or like screws under here for it to kind of pry off the side skirt, and then there's a couple pop clips for the fender liner, and then I'm just going to pull this off. So I'll be back when I do that. Also, while I have these pieces off, this part of trim, I'm actually going to plastic dip this top part, this silver part, just because it doesn't really go with the car at all. So I'm going to do that while I have it off. Alright, so this is what it should look like when it's all done. It's kind of difficult popping out the side skirt over here, the second clip closest to the driver door. It's a little tricky, so I just like kind of pried it with a screwdriver, and then you kind of there's a clip back there, and then there's three smaller ones right here that you take out, and then make sure when you take this trim piece out, start from the top and then work your way down to the bottom. Yeah, so this is what it should look like, and now I'm going to install the bracket, and let's see how that goes. Okay, so this is what is included. Let's see. You got bolts, washers, stuff like that, pins. All the stuff right here are brackets. It looks like there's 4 of them. And you get the mud flaps themselves and instructions. Alright, so they come with these little clips that you have to pop over the bottom 2 holes, the fender, like the pop clips that you had to take out for the fender liner. You have to pop these on the inside of them. I believe that if you can see it, that thicker part, how it comes up, I believe that goes into the back. So I'm going to install those real quick. Okay, so once you installed those 2 clips right there and there, you're going to want to install the fender line back inside. So alright, so once you get the fender line back in, this bracket goes on this side. You're going to slide it in between there, where is it? It's going to line up right there. So it's going to line up just like that, and then you're going to screw these in right there and there. I wonder if you guys can see that. I'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. So yeah, right here, this is where we put these two places. Is where we put those clips on the back. So this has something to screw into then. So there and there, down there. Okay, so for those two bolts right there, they take. If it'll focus. Where is it? Right there. Focus. Or not. Maybe I have to go back here. Okay, right there. It takes the flathead screws that they come with. There's only 4, so you're just gonna screw them in then. Okay, so it did start to rain. Hopefully you guys can hear me. The camera is currently in the garage. So I'm done plastic dipping this, so I'm just going to reinstall this, reinstall the fender, and then I'm going to put the mud flap on. So I'll see you after that. Okay, so now that the bracket is on and you put your fender back on, not your fender, that side piece and then your side skirts back on, now it's time to install the actual mud flap. All you have to do really is put a washer and then just bolt it down to the bracket that you already put in there. It's pretty simple. Since it is raining, I'm not going to bring the camera out there. I'll maybe show you from inside here while I'm doing it, but I also have the rear to do. Rear is really easy. Hopefully I'll bring you guys out there for that. Okay, I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible because of the rain. For the back ones, they're a lot simpler. There's just, where is it? There's just one clip right here, and you have to take that off. Okay, so once you get the clip off, you install your bracket, and bracket just slides right under. And you go behind, right up here, you go behind the fender, or the bumper I should say, so that lines up, and then you want the bottom hole to line up because you're going to reinstall this pop clip into that hole. Okay, so once you got the bracket in then, all you have to do is take your mud flap and then install it into those holes, and it's going to be the same as the front, so just take a big washer and a screw it into these holes, and then I didn't mention, but the one that's closest into the car out here where it's not connected, like over here, there is like a pin that's included with it. Or maybe they don't do it for this side. Maybe they just use these for the back? I don't know. Maybe they use these for the back. I don't know. I'll see. So yeah, just install it like you would to the front. Sorry, I forgot to mention, you got to put these right here on these two bolts or holes, and make sure that the bottom one is behind the metal bracket as well, so your screws have something to screw into. Okay, so I have these two screws in. They're not completely tightened, and then let me see if I can show you guys this last one. Where are we? Okay, right here, this one, you actually are going to take one of those clips that you put on the top. Let's see, where it is. One of these, and you're going to clip that on there as well. So guys, it's raining pretty good now, so I'm going to try to hurry this up, but they're on right now. A little tip to get this back screw in, it's really tough if you're not taking your tires off or your rims. It's hard to get a screwdriver back there. So what I did is I just kind of like bent it, the bracket, which isn't the best idea, but it's already kind of bent in that position. So I just bent it a little, and I took a little small screwdriver and I got it back there. That's the only real way that you're gonna get that, unless you have one of those special attachments for your screwdrivers, which I don't have. These are okay with just a normal screwdriver. Also in the front, this back one is also difficult to get with a screwdriver if you have your wheels turned towards the side of this side of the car. So like I said in the beginning of the video, it's a lot easier to work with, but if your wheel is turned like that, you're not going to be able to get to that screw. So just a tip is to just turn your wheel the opposite way. So this is the right side of the car, turn it to the left, so you're going to have a lot more room for a screwdriver back there. So yeah, that's it.